say we ain't the same either. You look dark as me. Dark as art. Right.
That your lady
from my right
had some slick ass hair. Walking by street snappers. Alright.
We not the same.
Hey, I'm on. You on? You on?
Shalom.
Shimmy, I was shot by Shimmy Kakadash.
And the wonders to our apostles and elders, very great millstone, to the hopefully elect. So, starting this week of March, we had a lot of information released this week in regards to the scriptures, in regards to the believer who teaches his word, if you believe in his word, if you upload lessons, if you do videos, etc. The scriptures talk about a family of the word, and they're more steps closer to it. And of course, they're going to use the anti-Amalek rhetoric to try to push that. That's what it's all. That's who's really behind all this for you people to understand. Okay, it's really them, because the what threat does the Bible pose? Well, they're trying to tell us that the Bible poses a threat to the new way of thinking. First and foremost, we got the LGBT, which the Bible condemns. Second of all, you got the wicked elite, which are the wicked Amalekites, and the Bible condemns them, and it exposes their true agenda, and it calls them out for being the fake people from the tribe of Judah, first and foremost. But that's what they're doing. Now they're starting in Canada, right? They got these bills that they're going to pass to try to ban Bible usage if you're preaching the Bible, because up there you have a religious exemption that you can actually use as a defense in court if you offend somebody's feelings or whatever it is. If you don't allow homosexual marriage, if you don't allow such and such things like that, what they'll do. You can say, well, look, according to my spiritual beliefs, that's my religious exemption. That's what it is. So they're looking to try to get rid of that. And also, they did that during the lockdown, right? A lot of people are still able to work and they passed that exemption. What they're trying to do is get rid of that too. So the Bible is under attack. Okay, truth is under attack, and this is how it goes.
So this is the article. Title is entitled "Canadian Bill Will Remove Religious Exemption from Hate Speech Laws. Critics Warn." Christians saying quoting scriptures could be criminalized if legislation passes. All right, and it says lawmakers in Canada are considering legislation which, if passed, could criminalize the act of quoting scriptures in defense of biblical marriage, sexuality, and other Christian views. The proposed bill C-367, currently under review in the House of Commons, will repeal religious exemption in Section 3.9 of the Canadian Criminal Code, which critics say could open up Christians and other religious groups to hate speech charges over any comments or criticism of the LGBT movement.
All right, so again, they're trying to do away with the defense. The defense of, I'm a believer of the Bible, so this is why I may deny you all same-sex marriage. Or I'm a believer of the Bible, so this is why I'm going to come and preach to y'all that, y'all need to repent X, Y, Z. If you hurt one of their feelings and they call the cops, they couldn't really touch him. They say, okay, he exercising his freedom of speech. He believes in the Bible. It's his religion. He's quoting scriptures. They're trying to do away with that. Meaning, as a Christian or as a believer, you can be criminalized for teaching the word, teaching the Bible. Because teaching the truth, one of y'all brothers give me Jeremiah 5, fire and wood. No, that's not. No, that's Jeremiah. That's chapter 9. Fire and people. because we live in a world full of lies, and this truth, when it comes out, it pricks the heart of these people who's doing evil, right? And you want those people silenced so that you can carry on about your day and your wickedness and not feel, any type of remorse about it. So just us being out here teaching upsets the LGBT, upsets Amalek. Why? Because they know that what we stand for and what we're teaching is against their belief. What we're teaching absolutely sheds the light on the small hatter. Because if you acknowledge us, you have to acknowledge our doctrine. And what we're telling you is that the real Jews today are Negroes. So then the question asks, who the hell are these people? And that's why they pushing for this. Because in that section, it also tells you about anti-Amalek. Okay, they say hate speech and anti-Amalek. It's always about them because they're the ones behind it. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They're the ones behind it. Right? They're just using the Rainbow Coalition as a front. Cover up. Just like the Black Lives Matter movement. You people don't realize George Soros, Amalekite, who funded that with the sole purpose of pushing the LGBT agenda in our community. That's right. Because it went from being about so-called justice, justice for the injustice for so-called black people, to social injustice for LGBT people. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? That's funded. It's all about them. They work in the shadows. For them to work in the shadows and be successful, they have to pass these laws to prohibit speech.
And if I can just say just real fast, and Amalek talking about some anti-Semitism. First off, it's shilling. Like, there's no such thing as a shilling. Second off, you're not the only shit medication. Yeah, Esau is a shit medication. You come out of Abraham, Isaac. Okay? Guess what? So when God. Yeah, and plus, not only that, hey, you the damn devil. You pretty much are literally Satan in the flesh. So, like, there's nothing righteous about you at all. Even if you try, you still wicked as hell. And that's how Yahweh Shemel Shah made you. You know, shit. Moab is a Shemite. Ammon is a Shemite. Elam is a Shemite. Ishmael is a Shemite. Who else? Midian is a Shemite. All right. What the hell?
Yes. This is the book of Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah 5 and verse 14. It says, "Wherefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, God power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them."
Right. So now they're talking about physical, not yet, but right, it's talking about spiritual, right? Somebody grab me Hebrews 4 and 12. You got it?
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 4 and verse 12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do.
Right, so the scripture tell you everything is naked before him. Right? I think it's Ephesians 6. So this word we're preaching, and we've been telling you people this, that eventually they're going to come after these scriptures, okay? Which means they're going to come after us. Because the Bible is just a book, it can't speak by itself. But those who preaching it fearlessly before our enemies, that's a problem. You don't know why that's a problem? Because that's an act of faith. That's a problem. It's just like everybody knows the bug's life with the situation with the grasshopper and the ant. And the guy said, basically they was like, why we keep bothering these ants, we don't need them. And he was like, yeah, but there was that one ant that stood up to me, and there was like, oh, just one ant. So he had to make an example. I think he hit him with an acorn or something like that.
Yeah.
And he opened the thing, and they all fell. And he basically said, if one of them stands up, first of all, they outnumber us. And if one of them stands up to us, then they all will. And the reason why he said that it's unacceptable that I want to stand up, because that's an act of faith, right? Because in the end of the day, they know if we don't regulate this, we can lose. Right? That's how Esau Edom is. When they look at this truth, they're saying, if we don't regulate this and shut this down, when we come with our agenda, it's gonna result in us having to do more work than necessary. You know what I mean? Because they're wanting little to no resistance as possible. They're coming with the plan. They ain't stopping. That's not gonna change. But they need little resistance as possible. And the people who stand in the way of that, first and foremost, are those who teach this word, who teach the Bible, because really this is faith right here. And in the land of Satan, the world of Satan, faith can't exist. How can faith exist in the land of Satan? He's got to flush that out. And that's why we say we're really the number one target, those who teach this word.
This is the book of Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with the truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness, your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, and above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Verse 17, and take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh.
Right, the sword of the Spirit. So our weapon, what is the word of Yahweh? This word of Yahweh is preached to these people. It's like fire in their wood. It's the sharpening two-edged sword, cutting even the heart, right? To the spirit. See, this is our weapon. That's why that's the problem, right? This is a problem for Esau Edom, because we're operating in the spirit, and the spirit always triumphs the carnal. Esau has one method of getting his way, the way that it's been using. I'm gonna use my sword. So I'm gonna put fear in them. I'm gonna threaten them for their life. What if they're not afraid to lose their life? Then we got a problem on our hands. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna pass legislation, false flags, anything to make it seem like we Israelites are a national threat.
Right, and I can say as well, they got a certain type of technology where they can just put you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, see, we got you on camera doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because
It's called deep fake.
Yeah. And AI.
Yeah, like the AI voices. I mean, they can pretty much download any type of voice. And since they already watch our videos anyway, it's nothing for them to just play our voice on the robot and the robot start talking like you. You know? And say like, oh yeah, we gonna meet at this time, yada yada yada, and we gonna meet at this time with guns. You know, any type of shit that Esau can blame us for. Because hey, we're always trying to blame the Israelites like for something. Like they trying to always make you out to be the problem. Really, the main problem on earth is you Edomites. Okay, you so-called white people. Because wherever it is that you go, death follows you. Okay, everybody dies. Right?
Just real quick, because brothers just touching on us having the faith. Because what Yahweh told us, we gotta have the faith of the size of a mustard seed. It's in Matthew chapter 17, verse 20. And Yahweh said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if you have faith as the grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, nothing shall be impossible to you. I go into this, and I heard brothers go into it at the same time, you know, because, you know, mountains can represent governments, you know. And us having this faith in Yahweh Shemi Al-Shad, the size of a mustard seed, hey, we moved this devil, okay? Nothing else that we was involved in, fucking Islam, all this other religion and stuff like that our people was trapped up in, the Black Panther Party and stuff. None of that moved Esau to the point to start going.
How we doing? How we doing, fellas? What's good? What's good?
Now the Israelites on the highways and byways.
Okay, YouTube channel.
Okay. This devil is making these laws and legislation to side of the truth. Okay? We moved this devil. Right? So this devil is by all means necessary. It's trying to stop this truth from coming out. But guess what? This truth has been on the forefront of the planet, man. Well, it's still spreading. Right? Because the elect hasn't been woken up.
Right? This is the power of faith, and this is the power. So you see, this is what our strength is, and it's proof that it works. You understand? What's getting these Edomites riled up? This is what we're doing. We don't need no guns, no weapons, nothing like that. We don't need to march or anything. Nothing else. Just having understanding of these scriptures is a problem for the society. It's a problem for this world. So we seeing the impact of it. But you know, the Lord let us know everything that is required with this job, basically. Everything the Lord went through, we gonna go. The Lord was being chased down because of his message, they gonna come chase him down. He already told us what to expect. So when the scriptures talk about the famine coming, we know that it's here. You know, and we believe that they're gonna push through this year. Okay, because you're in 2024, they're already talking about doing a whole lot. A lot is happening, so we ain't even fully 3 months in yet. Right? So that famine is coming, man. They're gonna push these laws. Yeah, maybe in Canada now, maybe in the UK now. It's gonna come over here.
That's how the Lord plays. The Lord have it happen else places, you know, just to foreshadow what's going to come here. You know, like we have civil war happening in these other countries. You know, these simple-minded Babylonians be like, that would never happen here. What the Lord is doing, he is showing you what's going to come here, man. Okay? Civil war is imminent, man. It's going to happen. They show you in these movies, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a coincidence that they, you know, like they put that movie out about the civil war in this country. And what? Or 25 states is talking about they in support with Texas, you know, so it's easy to see how it can happen.
Conflict,
Right. So Isaiah 47:1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Set on the ground there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. The nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, Barakthar, and I will not meet thee as a man. As our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name. The Holy One of Israel, sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted my inheritance, and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou said, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things in thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, that thou art given unto pleasures that dwell carelessly. That said in thy heart, I am, and then that's besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. These two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for thy great abundance of thy enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge they have perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Right, so that's a prophecy against Babylon the Great, which is America, and it's going to happen. It's happening as we speak. Everybody it knows that things will never go back to what it was before. things ain't going back to how it was back then. You know what I'm saying? Things ain't going back to the good old days. Now everything's a problem. I see daily videos of really Jake and other people saying like, man, when do we go back to a time when we can, enjoy our time off? Why have to constantly think about work and money every single day? One, it's because the devil has successfully made and mirrored his system based off of Rome, which this is Rome all over again. And in Rome, there was only two classes of people. You had rich and poor. Okay, by way of legislation, or by way of shifting the burden of the taxes from the rich to the poor, they have essentially caused the collapse of what they call a middle class. They're pushing to set up back the Roman Empire system, which is the beast system, which means that there is no democracy. Everything is going to be based off of Caesar or emperor.
Yeah, that's what they did in the, like the brother said, in the ancient world. And who was the king when Rome fell? Nero. And we already know who Nero is in the reincarnation. I mean, it's as clear as day. They even had him in the Oval Office playing the damn violin. That's what Nero did when Rome was coming down. Okay.
What, light the fire and blaming the Christians.
Right.
So we already know everything's being set up. Look, Trump's gonna be in office.
That's right.
Your Haley, any other clown of Sanders, okay, they're just part of the show. And when they get their notice, they're gonna just drop out. It's just for the show. Yeah, she dropped out. So she did all that talk. She dropped out next to Sanders. They're gonna drop out. You know what I'm saying? It's just a show. It's not about Nero.
And the reason why they brought Biden in is just to basically get everybody mad and say give me more Trump back. Because the devil is real. Even though he's an idiot, he's real intelligent as far as business and getting prophecy. He knows how the human psyche works. Okay. Shit, you even got people that saying that voted for Joe Biden. Now, a lot of them saying, Trump need to go back in office. Because when Trump was in office, gas prices was this and that and the other, blah, 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 blah. Didn't have to pay taxes, didn't have to pay as much taxes, blah, 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 blah.
But that also shows you how gullible you American people are, because just like you just said, all the people who voted for Biden is talking about some we need Trump back in, but you same people is talking about some we need to get Trump out of office.
Right.
He's racist and all of this other stuff. But now you want him back in.
Right, and shit, and which all of them are racist. You even had a guy, Joe Biden, talking about some, it was some type of recording that came out about him. Back in the day.
Yeah, he was talking to, the NAACP or something like that. Talking about some, don't y'all expect shit. We ain't doing shit for you. Don't ask for shit. It's basically what he was saying.
Yeah. Oh, he even said, he was like, we already got one nigger bear, we'll get another one. You know what I'm saying? He said all kinds of shit. Called them cockroaches.
Joe came out.
But guess what? They all the same, man. They all, say in the book of Second Entrance, same evil, different fellas. So they all are part of the same damn beast system.
We got that example.
We're going to start at the top.
Yeah, the top.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right, and that's what we've done. Shaking the hand goes into reproving and rebuking. Saying what? That it may go into the gates of the nobles, and the gates represents the leadership, right? Before you walked into a city, you were met at the gate, and basically they knew who you were before you walked in. And whoever is now inside, it goes back to the king. You know, just like when Abraham started saying that he walked into the city, they checked him out at the front. Then they got word to what? The king. The king checked him out. Sir, it looks nice. I want him, etc. That's how that whole thing happened. So it says, shake the hand and it may go to the gates of the nobles. So this word have reached the gates of the nobles, talking about the leadership. We made enough noise to the spirit power, how about shit down shine, to now they have to deal with us. Now they have to actually acknowledge us publicly. Now they have to talk about us. Right? And if they're gonna paint us out to be violent or whatever the case is, they first have to at least tell the world what we're about. And we believe we're the Hebrew Israelites. And now just about everybody knows.
That's right.
So it have reached the forefront, it reached the gates of the nobles. So it shows you that bringing out this word and prophesying, the Lord and the internet is doing the heavy lifting. So we don't need guns, we don't need to get caught or nothing. We're doing exactly what we need to do right here.
That's right.
This is what's making profit come to pass. This is what's making time go, making short, short. You know, this is the evidence right here.
Back in Isaiah 47, verse 12, stand now with thy enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants. From thy youth they shall wander everyone to his quarter, none shall save thee.
Right? So part of that it says, stand now thou in thy enchantment. See, that's what save you, because you weary yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is what you people gotta understand. All of this is all planned. It's all planned. It's just a plan. They planned back really in 1776. Like, you know, an American dollar, they'll have 1776. They say that's the year that the U.S. gained its independence from Britain, right? But when you do the research, you find out that was actually the beginning of the Illuminati bureau. And they have a plan, and that plan is involved with today. Okay? One name, look up Albert Pike. He's a part of secret society, Amalekite. And he already said that there's going to be 3 wars planned. The 3rd war involving what? The state of Israel and Islamic countries, aka going on with the Palestinians. That's what's happening. So that's showing you that one peace was never an option. And this is all according to plan. That's what this is all about. It's about them establishing their order, their new world order. And the Lord already prophesied. So when the Lord is talking about the fulfillment of the word, which, yeah, brothers got it. You guys already had it.
I got it.
When it talks about it, it's just a matter of playing out. You see, so we gotta observe how this gonna play out. We gotta read the article.
God, this is Amos 8 and 11, and it reads, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgin and young men faint for thirst. They that swear by the sin of Samaria, and say, thy power, O Dan, liveth, and the manner of the Sheba liveth, even they shall fall, and never rise up again.
Right? So that famine is coming again. Okay? It's coming. The famine of hearing the words of the Lord is coming. That's why the scriptures tell you that basically this is like a door that's open now, but it's slowly closing. To get this knowledge and understanding is slowly closing. Because in your mind, you're thinking, well, anytime I want, I'll just go and find those guys on YouTube, right? I'll just go downtown and find them brothers, right? I know where they at, right? But we're telling you that we're operating off the Lord's time, because the time's gonna come where we ain't gonna be able to come out here no more.
All right.
We ain't gonna be able to teach no more. We barely can keep our YouTube channels afloat now. Gotta speak in code and etc. and stuff like that, you know? Because they'll take our videos down. Here it is, you got doctors and stuff making videos about the you know what, and who died and whatnot. I do a little response video about it, quoting scriptures, 12 views, that's enough to get taken down. I committed a crime for her. But what's the difference between what I'm saying and what they're saying? The difference is we're using the Bible. That's the problem. Now, if we just came off our own opinions and whatnot, then they'll probably let it pop. But the moment you start quoting scriptures, there's a problem. You see?
Continue where we left off. And it says the proposed bill C-367, currently under review in the House of Commons, would repeal religious exemption in Section 319, the Canadian Criminal Code, which critics say could open up Christians and other religious groups to hate speech charges over any comments or criticism of the LGBT movement. Bill C-367 specifically targets paragraph 319(3)(b) and paragraph 319(3.1)(b) of the Criminal Code, which prohibits any conviction on hate speech charges if, in good faith, the person expressed or intended to establish by an argument an opinion on a religious subjection or opinion based on a belief in religious text.
Right, so right then and there, that was your defense. So if you got taken to court for charges or offending somebody for teaching the word, they will go there and they'll say, well, look, according to this in our law, you quote scriptures and doing it out of faith, we can't charge you, you're exonerated man. They want to take that out. Meaning what? Now you can be brought up with charges. And yes, this is Canada, but look, Canada and the U.S. are physically connected. It's only a matter of time before we'll come over here. You see?
Yes.
Read that one.
Now, this is from an article, Salakia. This is from an article titled, "The Feds Gave Banks Tools to Shut Down Your Accounts If You Buy Guns or Bibles." It's from March 7th, 2024, right? And just skipping through down to the bottom, it says, in short, the same sorts of government pressures erecting from Iron Curtain around the internet are already constructing a financial social credit system like communist China inside the United States. Tedesco notes the FBI gave financial institution a document that reportedly said indicators of domestic violence, extremism, banks should monitor in customer purchase, including obligations to firearm legislation, the easing of immigrant restrictions, and COVID-19 lockdowns. Earlier hearings found Treasury Department officials told financial institutions that buying religious texts like a Bible supporting former President Donald Trump or shopping at sport goods stores flags law-abiding Americans as potential domestic terrorists.
Right, so they're trying to implement the social credit score like in China, okay? Which means that if you're going to be judged off everything you do, everything you say on the internet, online, what you buy. So they're saying now that those particular banks, they've been given a green light to start flagging and checking for purchases from their customers who buy things such as firearms and stuff, because they could be, quote, a dangerous threat. And they also included Bibles in there. Why would they do that? Well, we just read the scripture. It tells you that in their eyes, a Bible is just as deadly as a gun. Now, why would that have to come across their screen? You just purchased the Bible. You just went to your Christian store and bought a Bible and the bank flagged it. You gotta watch this nigga. Like, does that make sense? It's a move, you understand? They're trying to move on the Bible and the scriptures because this world is full of evil. This world is upside down. and they're going to use the LGBT as a front, okay? Because they're coming after your children and everything like that. They're already saying you don't have rights. They're making the big push, the big move to establish this new world order, and that ultimately goes into you having zero policy, zero privacy, man. It's a zero privacy policy.
They even said that at Pride March, they had that sign out telling you, come for your children. You know, like, make sure you already do that. That was part of the agenda the whole time. You know, because children are the most susceptible to things like that. They are what they see. Right, yeah. Brother says conscious. Right, that was part of the agenda because it's all about population control. To keep everybody separated, you know, particularly the Israelites. Because they don't want strong Israelite men raising children because they view them as a threat. Okay? So that's why they're trying to sodomize and effeminize everything, you know, to keep everybody under control. You know, because like a man without testosterone is not a threat to anybody. You know, like you think well, I would say a transformer is a threat because, you know, you had a lot of those transformers that were shooting up schools and all that. But hey, it's all backfiring, you know?
All right, I got the book of Isaiah, chapter 29. I'm starting at verse 19. It says, I'm starting at verse 20. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Right? So, again, like the brother's going into with this this bill, the C-367, where they're trying to persecute us and basically make us out to be criminals for teaching the Bible. Right? And the scriptures speak on us being made an offender for a word, which, you know, all we're out here doing is preaching the Bible, speaking the word of the Most High, bringing out prophecy, and you know, just letting this devil know that he's going to be brought down in the coming days, right? And, you know, in order to stop that, which they can't stop the Lord's prophecies, because them doing this is a part of prophecy, right? So they just ultimately just forwarding the agenda of the Heavenly Father, right? But they think that they're going to stop us and stop the prophecies of the Lord by, you know, taking us off the streets.
That's why the scripture says the Lord frustrated the tokens of liars and making diviners mad, because everything you already planned was already written. So we already know what your plan is, and we've already called it out beforehand. We already called you out to the mark of the beast being your chip. You know that's your final say so. You just ain't gonna say it because then it's them. Then everybody will know. But we know that's your plan because you don't have an alternative prophecy. You can't call audible and change it up. You got one play. And we've already called it out because the Lord already called it out, and He gave us the Spirit to open our eyes to understand what that is.
And that's what? To be the devil. To be carnal. You know? To try to upset prophecy, but you really playing it to the Lord. You know?
He already said it's going to be a famine and then you're going to come after it. You just have to watch and observe how you're doing. And as you go in, we're saying, look, that's what it's from.
Precept and laying back off of what the brother just read. Okay, this is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10. It reads, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecute they the prophets which were before you. Right, like the brother just said, you know, this was already prophesied in the scriptures, okay? That you would be the devil that you are, thinking that you're going to stop the prophets from speaking on your modern day threats, right? But the Lord has you in a trick bag, because all you're doing is still fulfilling the prophecy either way that you look at it, okay? and you want to come up against the men who preach about the scriptures, and even to those who may listen or even want to get a Bible of their own. Maybe they never had a Bible before. Maybe they listened to somebody on YouTube. Okay, say, you know what? I got to get that book.
Especially, if I may add, not to cut you off, but that 1611, a lot of our people have not even heard of it or seen it. So when they do hear passages from Baruch or Tobit or Second Ezra, it raises an alarm to them. And I never heard this in the church. Let me go. Where did you find it? Where did you get it? I know when I went and got mine, I had to show an ID, but I, did something and made somebody else show an ID, which they ended up being the enemy to me anyway. But it was just that's what they was on back then in 2014. So just imagine now, like they know that we after the truth, man.
Think about it. So it's a book, right? But the words it contain, which is the truth, that's alarming. So that'll raise a red flag. Imagine going to Barnes and Noble, checking out. Here it is. You can buy a witchcraft book. You can buy an anime book, a magazine. All these things means nothing. But when you check out that Bible, your bank will allow this purchase.
And if I could add, that's a true statement, because I remember I didn't have a 1611. I just had the standard King James, and I had a teaching King James Bible. And so I went to Barnes and Noble, and I was looking for the Apocrypha. So when I got in there, searched through all these hundreds of books pertaining to the Bible, I did find 2 Apocryphas. So I bought both of them. So I knew somebody just like you, brother. I gave one away, did no good, but the point being, when I went back to replace the books that I gave away, they told me they no longer had them and that I had to special order them. You see? Because they know that this word is detrimental to what they're scheming and planning.
It's like even with that book, who is Esau Edom? Okay, right, at one point in time, the book was $5,000. But each critic probably how much you guys trying to drop the price back then. And I ended up getting mine for $17.
Precept, just to land back on what you're saying about how the Heavenly Father, this is the ultimate playbook, and that the rulers of the world can't do nothing outside the scriptures. This is Psalms chapter 2, starting at the top. It says, why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel against the Lord Yahweh, and against his anointing, saying, let us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. So you can't do nothing outside the scriptures. Isaiah 55 and 11 says he gives his word and it doesn't come back to him void. Okay? So you rulers, you nobles at the gates, you can't do nothing against these scriptures. Okay?
Yeah, all you can do is fulfill, because we done already called it out. Yeah. The scriptures literally cover everything.
We learning where they picked that dumb ass shit up at. You literally ass chicken ass nigga.
And in these times as well, we're gonna see false prophets. We're gonna see Israelites leaving. Okay, you had Kunat from Kobe a few months ago, actually. Went back to his crypt. Okay, he back to the crypt. He came out of nowhere. All the tribes were black, about to set this in order. Now he's back to sleep. And he said this is his last one. So what? Does he know what's coming down the pipe and he wants to get the hell out of here? I believe that has something to do with it as well. You got Israelites looking to cash out in this thing. Okay? You got Israelites looking to cash out in this thing. And they trying to cash out with the Passover, etc. And you ain't, just like you can't go find them, you ain't gonna be able to find them, man. You know why? Because they're bought and paid for it too. Gotta understand, the scriptures talk about Judas goats, man. Hirelings. These guys aren't really for the sheep. They're not down for the cause. They're here to get paid. And when the time comes, they open that back gate and they squeeze out the back while the wolf comes and tears while they get away.
If I may add, if you ever watched the video, it was a Jake action, was like, man, what's going on, man? Your health and stuff like that, or you trapped in the lead the country or something? Man said I ain't gonna 100% good. He said, I'm not traveling out the country as of yet. So, in the back of his mind, he already got an escape route. He already got an escape route to leave the country. But wherever he goes, judgment is going to follow.
They believe they can escape the impending day because they got that notice. These guys are cash out on this, man. When you know all shit's about to go down, you're gonna cash the fuck out. Get the hell out, man. You wanna make sure you got it pay. And they trying to make sure they get it, man. So much shape and form. They gonna use you for merchandise. These bodies, they go down and I need to go. And you follow these people, you just gonna be left out the trap, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these guys trying to preserve a life here. This shit is over with, man.
You know what I'm saying? Esau's about to make the move. He's about to make the move. And the Lord let us know too. That's a message for you people to realize. If you're a believer, you got to accept the fact that the time is coming, man, where Esau Edom is going to start to crack it down and put that magnifying glass on them, man. They want this to stop. They think they can offset prophecy by stopping our mouth. And they believe that if you threaten them with fear, lock them up, whatever the case is, anti-Amalek, that'll get them to stop. That's going to get them. But guess what? We're going to keep going and going until we just can't go on.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. And this is what it got them mad and you know, got their pennies in the bunch, so to speak. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness, which is Jake, man, the Israelite man, before the face of such as has afflicted him and made no account of his labor, doing slavery and all the countless times Esau had played Jake, man, out of you know, for free labor, you know, sharecropping, all this, man. Like the Lord gonna require all that, man. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. And right, what is Esau seeing? He's seeing a lot of these chariots, man, a lot of these pilots, man, they got these stories that they've been told to keep a lid on, don't tell nobody, don't make no videos about it, but they end up leaking it anyway because the Lord put the spirit on them to talk about it anyway. Because why? That's showing Esau's demise, man. That's how he's going to be taken out through those chariots, man. And the Lord is going to put the spiritual power on certain Jakes, man, to dig in and indulge in this sacrifice, man, which is gonna be of Esau Edom. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometime in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. That's what they think of us, man. They think, oh, they're just gonna die. They just gonna, no, they're gonna be brought back, man, to take part in your downfall. You know? How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh, and his lot is among the saints. You see? And really, verse 1, man, the righteous man standing in great boldness, man, that flabbergasted what Esau was, that flabbergasted, you know, they amazed at that, like, how is we putting all this hell on them? We got all these inner workings in their communities and their food, their music, we doing all these things to keep them confused and to stay on top with our foot on their neck. How do they, you know, find some type of be able to muster up enough courage and enough bravery, enough to come out here on these highways and byways, man, and talk and speak against us, man? And it's because it's the spirit of the Lord, man.
That's right. It's like I said, it's a display of faith, and that's absolutely unacceptable in the world of Satan. When Satan is coming to claim this world as his, he can't have even a speck of faith around, because he know that can grow. He know that when light comes in, the darkness fades away. You know, it's not the other way around. So when they had this plan, they didn't plan on this. They didn't plan on us. And Yahweh outshine planned on them doing what they did. So now here they are at the very last end of setting up their new world order, and they got those pesky prophets out there teaching and prophesying against us, and waking everybody up to the true fact that we are the Edomites, and that the real Jews are the black, and that we're trying to take this land over, and it's not biblical prophecy, but we saying it is, but they saying it's not. You know, they're telling the truth of the matter that it's not. They're shedding the light on us. And I hope the Lord reveal Esau's skirt all the way up to his thigh before he brings this man down. I really do, man. Like that was for everything, man. Especially Amalek. A lot of people don't really know. It's a reason why they move with fear like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, if people actually, countries knew they were responsible of, they would have to hide underground. They would have to.
They practicing already.
Yeah. They know we have to get those laws passed because of what they're guilty of, what we're guilty of, and people found out what they can do to us. Because you're surrounded. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. Amalek, people calling out Amalek and everything. Amalek's behind it. They're passing this law, and it says what? LGBT, hate speech, and anti-Amalek. Why is that thrown in there?
Right.
Right, because you're the one responsible for it. That's what this is all about. It's for anti-Amalek. You know?
Yeah, they're at the pinnacle of every damn tragedy that you can think of. You know?
Soldiers, man, you definitely gonna see what kind of Israelites are gonna be in that day, man. You got Israelites that's gonna be going for the will of the word, but when the persecution comes, they're like, oh hell no. I didn't know Esau was gonna come down like that. He was born, okay? Why do you think Yahweh Shai got his prophets on the highways and byways, man? He warned you, man. We was warned, okay, that this devil's gonna come down like that, man. Like, we picture this shit, man. Okay? Every bad thing you can imagine can happen, it's gonna happen, okay? You know, so it's more of the time when we got this grace period, we should be trying to build up our faith, man. Okay? Because our faith right now ain't where it need to be. That's why you gotta pray to the Lord and ask for more faith. That's why the scriptures say knowledge and wisdom and understanding should be the stability of thy times. Okay? And that all ties in with faith.
To have these people, especially Jake, they don't think Esau is capable of the evil that he is. Man. That's they do not want to see him for what he is. You know, and what do Jake be realizing when Esau is the epitome of evil? When they caught him that snare, they can't do nothing about it. Then, you know, that's the only time when they caught Esau, they gave him 99 years for stealing out of store or something, or, you know, for defending themselves against an attack. You know, it could be, Jake could be righteous. But that's when they see when Esau is the devil that he is, when he give him 99, 100 years, 200 years for doing something that's righteous. Appreciate it.
This is Isaiah 10:1. It reads, woe unto them that decree a righteous decree and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And like the brother was saying, whether it be at a federal level or whether it's at the state level, city level, county level, you know, especially when it comes to Jake, especially at the city and county level, you may have a little bit more say-so. What goes on in your neighborhood or your district, you might have a little bit more say-so. When you're talking about legislative branches, the federal government, What you don't understand, you vote for a certain person or a certain party because you like the way they fucking teeth look or whatever the fuck it is that you like about them. But see, you don't understand, as the saying goes, that the devil is in the details of a bill. And you don't read a whole bill. You just listen to an excerpt that they may give to you, 10 minutes of reading a bill or telling you what they want, and it sounds good to your ear, but you don't understand what the next 672 pages contain. Okay, because your lazy ass is not going to read it. You see, and they know that. They know that you will not keep up with what they're doing. Why you think the tax laws change every year? That you can't keep up with, right? And these are outside people to get you a point about them being the devil. You know, the IRS is not a federal institution. Okay, it doesn't have anything to do with the so-called federal government. Right? That's not a mystery. Everybody should know that by now, right? You got the so-called Federal Reserve. It's not part of the federal government. You should know that by now. So I'm not saying anything that nobody should know. Okay, should know that is. Okay, so though you may think that you're getting what you want, no, in their eyes, they're going to do something to keep you, like the brother said, in a trap and in a gin and a snare. Okay.
Right. That's the plan. And what they're doing now is moving towards digital currency. And they're going to sell you a convenience, but what you're not seeing is that it's going to be an additional, it's going to be an additional step to your transaction. Not only are you going to be able to just, swipe your badge and swipe your chip, however you do it, you can still buy, it's the same thing. But what they don't tell you, what you missed was the additional step of part of that. Meaning, before the bank clears, the central bank clears, they oversee it.
That's right.
So you might say, well, what's the big deal? The big deal is if they say you bought too much beef for the month, you can't purchase that pack of ground beef. You bought too much for the month. We think you go to Michael's and stuff, and it's suspicious to block that. So you might be like, what? Like, yeah, so now it's regulated. So now your bank is now being overseen by the central bank. You understand? So that's how they get you. Every piece of bill that passes, a piece of your privacy is taken from you. Because they don't want you to have it. That's what the New World Order is. You have no freedom. You will own nothing and you will be happy. You will live in 15-minute cities. You don't need to go any further. If you do, you need permission. You know what I'm saying? If you want to travel, you got to try to travel for it. You need to stay right here. They even got underground shit going on. You need to come up for it. You got everything you need down here. This is what they're working on. This is real life, right? But it's going to be sold to you as a convenience. When's the last time you actually got a victory over these people? Everything's permanent, man. Next time they do another lockdown, they're actually trying to do away with religious exemptions. So that means the little people who did have a victory, which was really us, they're going to be like, now we got to take that away too. We got to take that away. You guys can't keep using that, okay? You can't use the Bible. You need to be on one accord, herd mentality, right?
You must have a little leverage in that thing.
You can't use the scriptures, period.
Like I remember I said I had a vision about another lockdown happening. It was like breaking news. People's phones and TVs and stuff like that. And hey, everybody hip to you that was bullshit. Like, there was a lot of people in the vision that I had. They were like, here they go with this bullshit again. People know, man. People know what you finna do, man. That damn devil Bill Gates came out and said we need to be prepared for the next pandemic, man. He planned in it.
Right after this one.
Exactly. Shit, bro.
And all we can tell you people is it's not a coincidence. Whatever they say is going on, whatever bodies dropping, people get sick, not a coincidence. Okay? This is all planned. That's all we can tell you.
Matthews 10. This is Matthews 10 and 23. I'm starting 23. And it says, but when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. Well, verily I say unto you, ye should not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. it is enough for the disciple and he that be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they had called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household?
Right, and Beelzebub means Lord of the Flies. Right, basically Satan. Now, in today's world, the word thing can be called terror. They've already established that when you hear that word, it's supposed to strike fear into people and have people think one thing, that they can all universally agree that this guy's a problem. He's a threat to the people. So being an Israelite, pretty much, eventually you're going to get labeled terror. They already using words to slowly connect you to that extremism. Domestic extremism, doom, hate speech. You know, if they can link you to being anti-Amalek, they can link you to being a potential domestic threat physically, which you can be labeled terrorist. That's how they're linking all this. But guess what? You go back to their playbook. Back in their playbook, they already said that if a certain opposing party gets too much of a nuisance, just label him anti-Amalek or a terrorist or whatever it is. And eventually, it'll drown out what he's saying, and everybody will agree. It's a part of their plan. That's what this whole thing about. That's why you're getting criticized. They're even criticizing their own people. What's that guy's name? Nahum, whatever name. Who was Amalek. They're accusing him of being an anti-Amalek, and he's Amalek. See what I'm saying? And they say, your father, and you hate your father. You just hate us. That's all they can say, is you bring up truth. You hate us. You hate us. You hate us. That's their method. They can't deal with the facts. They just have to throw out that and hope that enough people say, yeah, you're right. We don't have to listen to him. That's exactly what women do. So eventually the truth has, they're like, okay, we got to stop people from talking. And it's even at the point now that if you criticize this state of Israel, they love you as anti-Israel. So saying preaching for lives for Palestinians can be looked at as you hate Amalek. That's what they're doing. So basically they're saying, we gonna do whatever we want and you can't say nothing. And that's why scripture says, somebody get that stuff. Revelation 17, you shall hate the Lord. Because it's starting to happen now. Because these motherfuckers think that they can do whatever they want and claim whatever they want. And the world just gotta stop and accept it. Oh man, the whore, it's like Jesus starting to say, look, hey, come to America, you're tripping. Okay? Because the only nation that's got that state of Israel doing what it's still doing is the state of America. This is the only place that's backing them up.
Right, kind of. And to learn that, a lot of these Edomite Americans, man, they are pissed about that shit. Like, why are we sending them all this money? And the more we dig, the more we figure out that they at the pinnacle of a lot of this bullshit that's going on. And, you know, we can't get taken care of like they getting taken care of. So it's everybody is against this agenda, man. Like it's just leading to everybody start figuring it out and taking action, man.
The only people it's benefiting is the elites. You know, because like brother said, it's affecting the everyday American.
Trying to follow ahead, it kind of going back what the brother was saying earlier. Back in 1776, the government was already infiltrated by Amalek. And since then, it's only been the top, like, I don't know if y'all brothers seen that one post where they had all the top people, all of them were Amalek in the government. Yeah. The United States government has already been infiltrated, like he said, back from 1776. Yeah. And that's why all our resources, you know, when they talk about Revelation, you know, they shall sweep up. In the book of Revelations, that's what they're talking about. They're going to take all our resources.
Amalek already got this bitch.
All aspects of it.
It all goes back to Esau Edom. That's why. What is called? 83.
Yeah, you talking about all the enemies? Yeah. God, it's 83.
You have to say that. Get Acts 14 and 20. No, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You starting at the top?
Yeah, would have to read that.
This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. And it reads, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
You know the verse? Just further
Oh,
down.
kind. You want me to straight drop to it?
Ye shall hate them. I don't know what it was, but I forgot. It was the golden something or something like that. I think it's about a piece of land or something. But the EU went on TV and said, now just for the record, we want to say that America said that this particular is the golden something like that. They said that this land belongs to the state of Israel. But we want to make it clear that we do not acknowledge that. That belongs to Europe, right? So basically, you just got you got singled out. You know, they like, look, I represent Belgium. That state, we want to let them know we ain't with what they just said. We acknowledge that place as Europe, and we also want to make it clear that it is an international crime to try to go over there and do some shit. You know, basically they threw the threat out. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, let's say somebody threatened me or whatever. I go public and I say, look, I ain't got nothing to say on the threats, but what I will say, strapped at all times, motherfucker, ready, bam, bam, boom. So I'm basically throwing it out there like, you try something if you want. That's basically what the EU just did to the UN, you know? Right.
This is Revelation 17-16. And the 10 horns, I started 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitude and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, burn her with fire.
That's right. So eventually, which those 10 horns represents thousands of countries that was originally part of NATO, okay, and the EU. All right, NATO at one point started off with just 10 nations. At one point they had 10 flags. And now there's a whole bunch. You can't even number how many. But guess what? Sweden just joined. And we know what that means. Sweden. The MOT.
And over there in Sweden, they got the MOTV.
That's where the big influence gonna come in. Well, Sweden doing it. We might as well implement it for all the. That's what exactly gonna happen.
Yeah, you got people. I don't think it's mandatory yet, but I think a lot of people do have it.
Yeah, kind of like work and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you got. It's like it, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say over there, I think it's so common. It's kind of like standard, kind of like how we got Apple Pay and debit cards and all that stuff over there. I think it's kind of like a expected thing. Like everybody, so many people have it that all of the businesses might as well implement it.
And the clubs and shit, like raves and shit. You gotta have to get into them shit.
Right.
Sweet demonic as hell. I seen the video where they rave. It was just like a big ass Megatron, like big half the size of that building in a big ass building, and it was just evil as hell. It was like hundreds of thousands of people at that motherfucker. I'm just like, wow. Like, so yeah, they own it first, man.
This is all real. And the plan is they control over you. So that's why whatever you think is logical that should happen, it don't happen. This is Babylon. Decision tells you that you should do things this way, it's not going to do it that way. This is Babylon.
Everything is already backwards here. It don't get no more simpler than that.
And you won't be able to make sense out of what's coming that past. You're talking about the immigration and how they just able to come over here, get visas, get jobs, get homes, and you can't, right? you're struggling, okay, it's not supposed to make sense.
That's right. And remember when I was in college, I did a presentation on like Abdullah being open and all that. And then like the teacher basically like cussed me out like, oh yeah, like that information is false. Now look at that. Like you dumb fat bitch. You know, like that was you said what? God. Yeah, like oh dumb fat bitch. Hey, she was married to a Edomite woman. You know, it was a quote unquote proper nigga woman. Right, which I think I don't know what's worse, them or the regular Keisha. I don't know. All of them bad, you know. It's like that. You got different forms of Eve. You know, it's like having a different form of snake, but the poison do something different to you.
Big Shirley, that's Big Wanda.
Very kind. Yeah, so shit, look what happened now. You know, come to find out that Barack Obama is one of the alphabet rainbow coalition. Okay? Because, you know, I mentioned him. So yeah, and she didn't like that. Because she was one of those nigga women that got used into believing that this is the Lord and Savior. You even had the dude Jamie Foxx talking about my Lord and Savior, Barack Obama. You know? Like, nah, bro.
Right, so the Lord said that it's good that we should suffer as the master. The Lord was labeled all kinds of things, evil things, only doing good things. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do the same thing. And like the brother said, just like the parable, you had some that's going to get offended for the word. A lot of men don't really understand what they're involved in. But when they start going to work, because you got a lot of Israelites, women too, who want to be Israelites in the church. They can be Israelites with the fringes and look. Well, wait till you start going on the job and then they start to isolate yourself. They start to say, well, look, we watch the news and all you Israelites apparently are racist. No, I'm not. I love Edomite. That's not what the news is saying. The news is saying that you guys are anti-Israelite.
I wish my job would say some shit like that. I was like, I had to tell you this is the longest. I'm gonna have a scripture standby. Like in the car.
And then you go down people that's gonna stop them. They're gonna take the freedom over people. It's not me. Because they honestly think, no, I could be an Israelite and be alright. Where they coming from? You're wearing your fringes and all, not saying it's a sin or anything like that, but you putting a target on your back. So they're going to be able to isolate you and take you in. Because they're going to say, look, fringes, what? They're just going to be drones. These cops are just going to be drones. Our paper tells us that we had a briefing. If you're an Israelite, you're anti-Amalek, you hate whatever, we can search you, you're dangerous, you're a threat. Yeah, they're going to be able to isolate you just because you're a Jew. Are you going to get offended? A lot of us like to get offended.
And Slightly, bro. Hey, and everybody see it too. You know, hey, don't think for a second that these Edomites don't know they could be great. You know, especially like Edomites that do like research. Like you know damn well that it came across. It's like
But that's the thing. When Jake take backdoor deals, they think they untouched. You dealing with the devil. You still gonna get bit. Right? The devil still his ultimate plan is to throw your ass in the dead pit too. You just the last to go. You know. Right. Yeah. So you got to be ready to bear all the manner of evil that's gonna be. You gotta worry about your family. You might just get a phone call. I heard this about the Israelites. Ain't your son involved in that stuff? He, you know, this and all this other stuff. And that's why I would say y'all be mindful talking to any of your peers recently. If they just call you out the blue, ask me about it. Just keep all scripture. You know, because for all you know, they could be setting you up. You never know.
Yeah, like, shit. Just hang up the damn phone. Punk ass nigga that listen first time.
So the persecution coming. You gotta be mindful.
Got the second. Never might say no. He might have it to a point where he put bounties on our heads, man. It's going to happen.
Yeah, hey, I was thinking that too. You know, like the excommunicado, John Pickles. You know, like, yeah, this guy right here, if you turn him in, you get a $10,000 reward, 20,000, 40, whatever type of money. Shit. But, you know, that's when the Lord will lift up the storm. So, bring it on. This is 2 Ezra 16 to 68. It reads, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord."
Insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. You look up insurrection, it's basically like a militant militia group, a target. Right? It says upon those that fear the Lord, not those who don't fear. This is a sect of people that's going to take it upon themselves to hunt down the Israelites, those who call themselves believers. All right? It's talking about us, the believers. All right? Keep going.
It said, verse 71, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, and still more than destroying those that fear the Lord. And they shall waste to take away their goods, and cast them out of their houses. There shall be no more are chosen, they shall be tried as one in the fire."
It's telling us what to expect to come down the pipe. And then eventually, we're not going to be allowed to teach this truth anymore on the highways and byways. And trust me, we're going to be trying. Let's say they got this exit off, we might go across the street or something. They might catch us over there, tell us to shut down, pack it up, whatever. You know, we're gonna be trying because this is in our spirit, but then eventually we're gonna accept, okay, the spirit is saying that's enough. That's yeah, we got, you didn't know we used to teach in the loop. They got us the hell out of there, man.
By yeah, they wrote up a fucking decree on it. It was so silly, man. We like, all right, man.
So we just shook the dust off our feet there, and the Lord brought us here. So we can already know what's coming to pass. The Lord went through it, the disciples went through it, so we gotta go through it. You know? And then eventually, like I said, brothers' channels getting strikes, taken down, and things like that. It's only gonna be a matter of time before they start shutting brothers' channels down. You know? It's already hard to manage a channel as it is, just teaching the word. Probably took out 50 or 100 videos of mine the past 6 months. Just teaching the word is a problem.
We've been going back 5-6 years ago. We just
that's what we give me 2 chapter 5.
Acts chapter 14, verse 21. And the reason was they had preached the gospel to their city and had taught many, they returned again to Lystra and to Iconium and Antioch, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
Right, so he exhorted them, he said, by much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. So these moves to ban these laws and to put Christians in jail for teaching the word and all the other stuff, that's just to move on us. That's really who they're trying to stop, us. They're really they gotta have to stop the Bible as a whole. like I said, the Bible can't speak for itself. They got to stop the people who's teaching the Bible, the truth, by the way. Because they can buy out Christian pastors and 501c3ers. As they've been doing. But those like ourselves who come out and we exercise our so-called First Amendment, right, to teach the Bible, it's going to become taken away. You know, basically, like somebody made a post and said, welcome to America, you have freedom of speech, restrictions apply. You know what? You can't say this, that, or that. But you have freedom, but you don't have freedom. That's what they're telling you. They're saying you have freedom, but you don't have the freedom to spread hate speech, to spread misinformation, lies. You know, they're going to be like, look, we have people who break down the Bible. Amalek is not the smart ass. We're Bibles, we're angels. We have fact checkers. You got to listen to the fact checkers. The fact checkers say, no, you're spreading misinformation. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that want to control everything. That's what's coming up. And believe it or not, they might shut the apps down. Because we thinking, well, hell, at least we got the apps. You don't think they already know that they can go out to the apps too?
They trying to shut down TikTok, man. You know his brothers on TikTok, man.
Of course, how can we forget that? They coming at the TikTok. You wanna know why? Because right now, TikTok is say whatever the hell you want.
And Twitter. Targeted demographic youth too. A lot of the youth is using TikTok mainstream over Facebook and all that.
Damn devils, I got so mad when I saw this bill. Damn devils, that's made by Moab. And they decided to work with Amalek to stop the anti-Amalek. I got so mad. I was like, fuck. I said, but you know what? It's prophecy. Them damn devils, them snakes, boy, they make sure they get their hands on every goddamn thing. They somehow infiltrate that shit. And them damn Moabites, let them do it.
Infiltrated as well, too, man.
Now you can get channel right now. Shut it down. That's also in his scriptures too. That's in the history too.
Burning the book.
You know, I think it's chapter 1. Because yeah, they could take the app down. They know Blue Letter is probably the most used site. And that's because of us. And that's why somebody give me Psalm 19. Because people watch our videos, and when we say like the internet was invented for us, really the word of the Lord created the internet. Because you know you got people who crafty with making videos and memes and stuff like that, and it shouldn't be funny, right? You know, and then you'll have always somebody in the comments that say this is what the internet was made for, you know, entertainment or whatever. We're here to tell you, no, the internet was really created for this purpose here, to teach this word, to teach the word of the Lord. That's what the internet was. Well, how could you guys be so self-centered to think that? Because it's the truth. Because with this same internet, who's the #1 target that they want to stop? Us. Those who teach the word.
You got many other different channels too. You know, even like Alex Jones, which you know we believe Alex Jones is an inside man. Like they been saying all type of stuff about the vaccinations and all the inside guys about the small head people. They can get taken down, you know. And Alex Jones still got a platform. But yeah, it's us who they want.
Yeah, it's a
I was going to start at verse 49.